Welcome to our discussion on Yiddish folk music. Joining me are Alex Weiser, Dory Fox, Vital Zaika, Sarah Zero. In this discussion, first we're going to listen to an old Yiddish ballad from the Ben Stonehill collection. Let's listen to it and then we'll talk about it.
Klasmure meine Süße, spielt's mir auf durch die Kolle, fahr mein Gesiese. Und spielt's mir auf durch die Kolle, fahr mein Gesiese. Die Alef ma, Obu Rachmen, Shoy chaim bim roimen, wie bist a futa, über alle Jesäumen. Die beiß ma, beiß a hohe, a schuta weg zu warfen, a schuta weg zu warfen, Kim zigein der Mauch am Uwe, im Chalef zu koppen, zu schaffen. Oi Kim zigein der Mauch am Uwe, im Chalef zu koppen, zu schaffen. Oi die Gimmelma, Gold in Silber, du sis da Heibel avulen, du sis da Heibel avulen, oi gibt's mir ja Gold. Gold in Silber, du sis da Heibel avulen. Gold in Silber, du sis da Heibel avulen, a jeder Menschens Leben ist doch also wie a Chulen. Oi die Dalet ma, die Hände sie, bleibt ihnen mir kielen, in du Zweifel in dem Haus, ticken mir spielen. Oi die Heimat, heile Adwurm, oi heile Adwurm, a jeden Menschens Leben, ist doch also wie a Chulen. Oi die Wufma, weiße Kleider, seit ihn die Mensch bescheinen, seit ihn die Mensch bescheinen, oi rief Zarai, mein Weib in Kinderloch, lom sei mich von Teut beweinen. Oi die Chesmach, Chevre Kedoschen, I sind doch heilige Menschen, I sind doch heilige Menschen, rief Zarai, mein Weib in Kinderloch, Loma sei von Teut Menschen. Oi die Jitmach, die Tesmach, Tinten Feder, mit dem können doch alles beschreiben, mit dem können doch alles beschreiben, oi gibt's mir ja Tintenfeder, lo mich Testament schreiben. Jid macht, ha gemeint Chelai bekleben, ha gemeint Chelai bekleben, a Zündenbrieften mehr, soll den Becheshm geben, oi den Becheshm geben, du siehst doch sei a schlecht, oi Herz mech aus Raboi hisa, Zinzun zu koppens die Leher, die Lecht ungezinnen, zwischen Manne Palatzen, zwischen Manne Palatzen, oi weiße Manne Jesäumenler, sei haben schon nicht kein Taten.
So let me first say a couple of things about where this is from. This is from the Ben Stonehill collection, which is housed here at YIVO. Fascinating history behind that collection. In 1948, these survivors from the Holocaust who were coming to New York, many of them stayed in a hotel on the Upper West Side in Manhattan, the Marseillaise Hotel. And Ben Stonehill got this is an early tape recorder, set it up in the lobby of this hotel and stopped any Jew who walked by and asked them to sing a song to him. So it's really a random collection. And I think the real importance of the collection is just to see what people were singing at that time. Contrasting that to the other great fieldwork collection, which is by Ruth Rubin, which is also here in YIVO, where she was a singer, collector, and she knew the Yiddish world, and she went around to great singers. She knew who could sing and etc. But Stonehill just stopped anybody and asked, sing me a song. So as a result, you get zmiris, nigunim, just Hasidic melodies. You get theater songs. You get many Polish songs that people were popular. You get songs from the Holocaust that they remembered. It's a great collection for that reason, just to see sort of what Jews were singing in the 1930s, basically, early 40s. Personally, I was hoping for many old songs in the Stonehill collection. And for me, the Stonehill collection is an indication that there were relatively fewer of those older songs being sung at that point. But then I came across this gem, what we just heard, Klezmorim Lechmeina, which is, I happen to think is a very old song. It's a ballad, which I talked about in the lecture on music. A ballad is a song that tells a story. That's the basic definition. Now you might say, what story is being told here? Isn't it just like it's an Aleph Beis song, Aleph Beis Gimel Dalet. There's no plot there. Well, ballad scholarship is its own little world. It's a very old world, but the fact that in the first verse they sing Klezmorim Lechmeina, my musicians play a song for me, that in itself makes it already a narrative, just because of that first verse. In the lecture, I found the parallel to the Simon and Garfunkel song, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. I played the Yiddish parallel. Also, it's just a dialogue. You could ask yourself, what's the plot? Even if there's no plot in the version that you're singing, if there exists a version somewhere else that does have more of a plot, it's already considered a ballad. That's the way ballad scholarship works. It accepts the fact that there are many versions, and if one of them is in ballad form, then it's considered a ballad, regardless of whether the one you have is. So in this song we just heard, play me a song, first verse, as I lay dying, basically. So why do I think it's old? Well, first of all, in general, songs that are following that easy a structure, Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Daled, tend to be remembered easier. Let's look at the songs that we sing at Passover. Wer ken sel, Echad mi yodea, the ones that go by who knows one, who knows two. Those songs remain constant. First of all, there's the Passover Seder, the annual time to sing them, but also the songs themselves, the cumulative songs, those kinds of songs get remembered easier and are passed down. And then, for some reason, the death ballads, or songs about death, seem to be very well liked by Jewish singers. And in this song, every verse is about death, about dying. The other thing about the Stonehill collection, since he was recording it in a lobby, this is what I love about this performance, there were people standing around listening to this person sing this song. I mean, you hear it on the tape. At one point he forgets the words and continues, and at another point he forgets the Aleph Beis, right? He gets the wrong letter, right? And they have to tell him what letter goes next. But what I love about the singer is he's totally unfazed. He's right back in it. People are laughing at him. He goes right back into singing the song with the same verve that he had before. So I really appreciate his performance under stress. Also, you can hear the dialect in the song. Obviously, there's a Polish dialect. So instead of Beis, it's Bais. It's the letter Beis, but Beis is also a house, right? Beis Hamikdash, whatever, in Hebrew. So that verse plays with that, but he pronounces it Bais, not Beis, in the Polish pronunciation. But also in his pronunciation, there's a Yiddish dialect, or in some Yiddish dialects, you add a hey. Like, the word he uses is El Hadvorim, I think, but he's Hele. He adds a hey in the beginning. And so he can use it for the letter hey, even though if you wrote it, it would just be an aleph. But he's using it for the hey, which shows the oral nature of the song. The song was not written down, it's all by ear. So by ear, it's a hey, he sings it that way. And nobody corrects him at that. The other interesting thing about ballads is There's sort of, let's call them cliches sometimes, but ballads for some reason evoke an older period, an older time, like when there were kings and queens. And the singer sometimes plays with that and adds that kind of imagery. So in this song we have zwischen alle Palätzen. I mean, there's a verse like among all his palaces. You fall into this old king-queen world with ballads. Certainly even you know it from the English world, but even in Yiddish and German ballads you have this, the knights and the riders. You have this world that sort of many verses connect to, even though it comes out of nowhere in a sense.